Now, here is you and what you're coming in with. The Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is about moving away from conflict. There's a situation that you are done with, and it is time to move away now. And, you know, that is not an easy thing for Taurus to do. Again, being a fixed sign, but seeing the overall energy being that of the Hierophant, I think you guys know exactly what you need to do here. But there's definitely something that you need to move away from. And what is crossing you is justice. So seeing justice with the Six of Swords. These two, to me, are saying that there were some wrongs committed here and the universe is trying to correct them. Now, whether you were the person who committed these wrongs or whether somebody else has done that to you, justice is saying that it will be amended. But there is a need for you to get away from some conflict. But justice crossing you is a good sign. It's saying that these things will be corrected. These issues will be dealt with. And again, you coming in with the Hierophant as the overall energy in the reading is like, yeah, you know, you understand. You have a clear understanding of your situation. But there is a need here for some balance and some fairness. In your conscious mind, the Eight of Swords, there's fear here with moving away from what is conflicting for you. Now, you know, again, with the Eight of Swords, this is... You need to take the blindfold off. You need to walk your path. There is no point staying stagnant or stuck in a situation that is causing conflict. And it's like your conscious mind knows that, but you're too focused on what is familiar to you. Because again, you know, being a fixed sign, it's hard to move away from things that we're familiar with. And it's hard to accept walking a new path when we don't know what we're going to face next. But the Six of Swords is saying that you're ready to move. You're ready to move. So you need to get up, take that blindfold off, and walk your path. For the conscious mind to be focused on that, it worries me. But justice is saying that, you know, whatever fears are being created in your life, there's going to be fairness, there's going to be balance, you know, and clearly you're wanting to move away from conflict. You're not wanting to stay stuck in that. There may be a part of you that's saying, I don't know about change, but clearly here it needs to happen. The unconscious mind. Oh, wow. Now that explains a lot. So the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. And, you know, it would make sense. It would make sense that, you know, there's a situation here that you're just absolutely done with. And yeah, I can understand the fear that the conscious mind is focused on. So your unconscious mind is focused on the Three of Swords. This is heartbreak and betrayal and separation. And with the Six of Swords, yeah, it's moving away from this. You know, being in the hidden factors and the subconscious mind, it could suggest that there may be something going on that you might not be quite aware of what is happening right now. This is a warning here that you really need to look at the situations that are happening around you. You know, and it's like you're fearing that. You're fearing it. And again, with the Six of Swords, you want to get the hell away from it. And with justice crossing you, that's good, especially if this is what is happening and it's not known to you right now. But the Hierophant being the overall energy here, I feel like you're going to get a better understanding of the situation. And, you know, again, it also speaks about guidance coming through to help. But yeah, that's no good. No good at all. And being in the position that it's in, to me, is suggesting that you might not know about this. You may sense it, and your subconscious definitely knows what's going on, but there's a part of you that's just like staying stuck in it. But you're wanting to get away from it, and you're wanting some balance and some fairness. The recent past, the Ace of Swords. Now, you know, seeing that and then what's going on here, it's like the Ace of Swords is truth. It's truth. It's clarity of thought, the truth being spoken. And it's like you come in with this feeling of, you know, the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords, but man, this is external. These are outside influences that are affecting you for sure. Because coming in with the Ace of Swords, It's like, and at one point, you may have felt like you understood what was going on, but truly things are going to start changing, and then it's going to create this fear because you're going to start seeing this. This is what's going to start being presented to you. But it's like, there's this feeling like you're trying to keep it in the subconscious because you're not wanting to face it. But clearly you need to get away from it. And justice crossing you is good. It's good. It's saying that these things will be amended, but man, there may be some pain involved for you guys here. But with the Ace of Swords, man, it's like, I almost feel like you thought you knew. You thought you had that clarity. Your next move, the Eight of Cups, well, yeah, exactly. Needing to walk away from it. The Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, yes, this is something that you're going to have to leave behind. And I really feel like this is what is being done to you. The Eight of Cups has to do with moving on emotionally before we do physically. So it's like, it's almost saying here that, in order to move away from this kind of conflict that's going on, that's causing this heartbreak, you need to be emotionally okay with leaving it behind. Because it's not helping you. It's like making you feel weighed down. And emotionally, you're just like, oh, I'm done with this. And then you put heartbreak on top of it. It's like, no, I've had enough. And again, with justice, it's good to see. But at the same time, it's like, it's hard to believe that there's going to be fairness and balance when you're in the middle of this. But I think the big thing here between the Hierophant and Justice is that, it's important to remember here that you can't sit back and think, boy, I hope this person gets what they deserve. You can't do that. You have to trust that the universe is going to take care of this, that there will be that fairness and balance, but you cannot stay focused on it. Because everywhere around you is this need to get away from this. The Five of Wands, and it speaks so clearly to what is going on. So having the Five of Wands is what is being projected out right now, or is how other people are viewing you. This is suggesting competition and just not working well with the people that are around you. And the big thing with the Five of Wands is not to worry about the competition that may be around you, but I feel like what's happening here is that it's just causing conflict, and heartbreak, and separation, and just emotional blah. There are times where we need to walk away. We need to just walk away from that kind of nonsense because, there is conflict there. This really sucks. But with the Hierophant, there's hope. And with Justice, yeah. It's just whatever you're dealing with in March is going to be shitty. It's going to be shitty as hell. And seeing the Five of Wands, I almost wonder, if this is a group of people that you're dealing with that is just causing this, betrayal, or if this is a single person. Regardless, between the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, it's time to go. It is time to go. That Eight of Swords, get up. Get up and move. You have to get up and move. You can't stay stuck in this because it's no good. In your environment, the Ace of Cups. Now, when I see that as far as what's in your environment for the month, it's almost like, and looking at the two, even though this is the past coming through, it almost feels like here there may be an opportunity for you once you move away from all of this conflict to have something more fulfilling. And the big thing with the aces too is to remember that you cannot let these opportunities pass you by. If you have an opportunity to have some emotional fulfillment, you have to get up. You've got to get up, you've got to move, and you've got to move away from the conflict that's going on around you. And this feeling of competition, because I feel like out of this, there may be a person that's responsible for this. But the Ace of Cups being in your environment is saying that you have an opportunity to start anew. But you got to get up. You got to get up. You can't stay stuck in what's familiar to you because it's just more nonsense over and over and over again. And feeling this separation, this betrayal, and just nonsense. you know, that Ace of Swords and that Ace of Cups, clarity through the bullshit, and seeing the truth. The Ace of Cups, having emotional fulfillment, seeing something better. And with the Hierophant on top of all of that, there's going to be a higher understanding here. Your hopes and your fears, the Seven of Cups. Now, with this deck, when you look at the Seven of Cups, it's telling you that it is time to make a choice. You need to make a choice here. You can't sit around and think about, well, if I choose this, then I'm going to miss out on this. Or if I choose that, then I'm going to miss out on this option. You can't do that. You have to make a clear choice here. And I get the feeling with this in your hopes and your fears is that you need to choose what is best for you rather than what you want right now. Because what is best for you is to get the hell away from these two here. This is just too much. The two of these together is just too much. It's too much nonsense. This conflict and this betrayal. And then there's this feeling of just emotionally being weighed down. It's enough. That is enough. And it is time to make a clear decision here on what you need to do, and you need to go with it. And again, with this one, it's like you're staying stuck in this situation and not knowing exactly what you need to choose and what you need to do to get away from it. But you have to make a choice here, and you need to move. Man, Taurus. I'm so glad that Justice and the Hierophant are sitting there, because those are good signs, very good signs. It's just that, man, you've got so much going on around you right now, and it has to do with people. It has to do with people. And there's betrayal, and there's this need to have clarity in the truth. The truth. Between the Ace of Swords and Justice, the truth needs to be known. There needs to be fairness and balance. But with that Eight of Cups too, it's like, you know, and looking at the two here, it's almost like, do I or don't I? Do I or don't I? You know, do I stay with this or do I not? Do I choose something different for myself, or do I continue to keep doing the same crap over and over and over again? You got to move, and you need to move away from this situation here, because if you don't, you might miss out on this opportunity here for some emotional fulfillment in your life. And the outcome of the Seven of Swords, seeing that to me is the outcome for you guys, is saying that you need to protect what's important to you. And I feel like that has to do with clarity of thought and the opportunities for emotional fulfillment. Don't let anybody take anything of value from you. Don't do it. You need to get up. You need to walk away from this situation. You're going to have to leave these people behind, because it's just nonsense. And there's pain and conflict, and we're going to pull a clarifier on this one. The Page of Pentacles, absolutely, absolutely. I feel like seeing that, you know, again, these are new opportunities for you. And with the Ace of Cups, yeah, it's just, you need to get up. You got to get up. You got to get away from this. You're in the middle of feeling like things are being taken from you, needing to protect what's important to you. The Page of Pentacles is saying, oh, hell no, we're going to take a different path here, and we're going to create some security in our life. Man, Taurus. You know, I'm so glad, again, that the Hierophant and Justice are sitting there, because to me it's saying that, you know, you may not see it in the middle of all this shit going on, but the universe is working in your favor. And you're going to get a better understanding of the situation. And you're going to do what you need to do to move away from this conflict. But with Justice, you remember, you can't sit there and have that mentality of, boy, I hope they get what they deserve, these people, you know. You can't do that. You have to trust that the universe will create that balance. Because what you need to do is to work on you. Get away from that conflict. Be like the Page of Pentacles. Accept the new opportunities that are coming through, and make a choice. Make a choice to see something different and to accept. So seeing those three jump out, this happens sometimes when I pull the cards for you guys at the beginning of a reading, and I take it into consideration. But this is ridiculous. So insecurity, needing to face your own demons. Instinct, following your instincts to that higher ground. And self-worth, absolutely, absolutely. you are better than what is going on here. You have value. Your opinions matter. But this is a time to walk away from this and follow your instincts. And you need to let go of that feeling of insecurity, especially with ecstasy sitting there, because it's saying that when you surrender to that higher power and let that higher power work in your life, you will start to experience bliss. So, I feel like here that you need to pay attention to the fears that you have so that you can recognize what they are for what they are. You got to get up. You got to take that blindfold off. You got to move away from this conflict in order to experience that ecstasy. But remember here, you need to surrender to the higher power. Let the universe deal with what is going on here, because there will be fairness and there will be balance coming to you. All right, Taurus, this is going to be probably a difficult month, which with what we're hearing in astrology, with Venus being retrograde and all this other nonsense, it makes sense. And you guys aren't the only one. But what's happening here is, like, especially between insecurity and the Eight of Swords, are you going to listen to your fears, or are you going to find that inner strength and courage to get up and move away from this situation? Because what is going on here, I feel like, has to do with a group of people who may be betraying you and making you feel like shit. And there is definitely a need here to get away from it. Between these two, absolutely, there's this feeling of emotionally just being, oh, I'm done with this. And the Six of Swords and you coming in with that is saying that it is time to move now. But you need to make a choice. You have to make a choice here. Are you going to let these insecurities stop you, or are you going to move forward? And I feel like here you come out with this feeling of protecting what's important to you, leaving this shit behind. And with the Page of Pentacles, absolutely, this is a new start. It's a new beginning for you. And with justice crossing you, there will be fairness and there will be balance, and you will have a better understanding of your situation. Between these two, there's going to be some fairness and balance. Now, where you come in with the Ace of Swords from the past, there's still this feeling here like the truth needing to be known, especially between these two. Between having to deal with needing to walk away from conflict and it causing this feeling of heartbreak. It's like, no, I want the truth known here. And it's like you're just not getting it. So, I really feel like justice is going to help you out. And then when you look at ecstasy, the big thing with this card is that when you surrender to that higher power, and again, knowing that the universe is going to take care of these situations, that is when you will start to experience bliss, especially if you accept the new opportunity that is in your environment right now. So you have a beautiful opportunity here to start something new, to have a brand new beginning. But you need to walk away from this conflict, and you need to walk away from the people who are looking to hurt you. With this being in the subconscious mind and this being the hidden factors, this is no good. No good at all. And emotionally, you are done. It's time to walk away from this. Follow your instincts and find your self-worth, because you are valuable and you have an opportunity here for a new beginning.